Ooh, well, GM, G to the M. Great morning, my friends. D-Gens, Diamond Hand Fam, Forge and Fuel Crew, Super Soldiers, One Percenters, Pivoters, Pioneers, Pursuers, Builders, brothers and sisters, hermanos y hermanas, mamas y papas, anyone I may have left out, and anyone in between. Welcome back. And welcome into the best way to start your day. It's time to get fired up at Forge and Fuel, baby. I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton Capp Swirl One, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my guys, and dive down some motivational and inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. Now, my friends, I got to tell you, I got to be the first to let you know that we are juiced up to be back live in prime time. It's felt like a whole week since we've been gone over to Christmas Eve and Christmas holiday. I hope you didn't miss us too much, baby, but we sure missed you, and we're juiced up to be back with each and every one of you. But before we get into this fantastic show today, on this beautiful December the 26th, 2024, baby. It is episode 636 on the 26th. I don't know, a lot of sixes going on. Who's to say, who's to know where we may go over the course of this show. A lot of convos, a lot of inspiration, a lot of motivation, a lot of high vibration coming your way. But before we get into all of that, must humbly ask you to do a few things. Maybe, if you can find it in that big old heart of yours to do so, and you haven't already, maybe you could take a quick second to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently adjusting the Forge of Fuel podcast on. If you are watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell as well, so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the channel. If you're enjoying this morning's program, you might as well hit that like button over there as well, too. If you're watching this program on Rumble, maybe hit a subscribe, maybe hit a notification, maybe hit a like button over there as well, one time for the one time, if you enjoy watching the show on Rumble. Or if you're watching on X, if that is your viewing platform of choice, maybe you could hit a like, maybe you could hit a repost, hell, even hit a quote post, let the people know on the X timeline why you're tuned in live in prime time to Forge and Fuel this morning. And last but certainly not least, if you are listening to this podcast on your favorite podcast directory like Apple Music, Spotify, or maybe even Amazon, who's to say, who's to know, maybe you could give us a follow or leave us a 5-star rating on this show, or quite honestly, just smash the shit out of whatever buttons you see on your screen, as it only helps us grow this show on all those platforms. Nah, man. As for all you beautiful humming beings, tapped in, tuned in, locked in, live in prime time, or maybe you're just tuning into the recording and you've already hit those buttons, we can't thank you enough for helping us get that algo going and flowing this morning. But maybe you haven't hit those buttons yet, and you're questioning to yourself, why should I do that? Why should I smash the shit out of those buttons? Well, my friends,
Don't be rude.
maybe this show makes you laugh. Maybe this show makes you cry. Maybe this show makes you think. Maybe this show makes you go, that's some perspective. I ain't ever thought of it that way before. Well, if so, don't be a host, share the show, be a friend, tell a friend, let somebody know, and we will proceed with this morning's program. My friends, I've said us, I've said we, I've said boys, I've said fellas a few times, but you've only seen me live in prime time on your screen so far. So, my friends, that must mean there are some other people left to join us. You've heard You've heard the soundboard go off a few times. There it is once again. So that must mean Mr. Producer, Derek DZ Snow, DEEZYY's in the building, ready to go. Shout out. Wow! Shout out, my guy. Great to have you here, as always. And there must be another man around here. Oh, the dog. He's a downright dog. He ain't one of them little puppies pissing on the porch. No, he's running around in the yard with the big dogs. And my friends, he is a traveling man who is always on a mission in some foreign land. And here this morning, joining us now from parts unknown, is the founder of the Grandpa Ape Country Club. The lead pro on the GACC greens, if you will. He is a professional DJ with a wide-ranging musical catalog, has a live set coming up only about 36 hours from now, give or take a few hours, somewhere in there, where he will put 2 records on the turntables, begin to swirl them around, taking 2 songs, forming them into one, maybe where he gets his name, who's to say, who's to know, and make you dance all around, making him a human iPod. A purveyor of positive vibes. A curator of high-level energies. A certified PLP pusher. The jet plane flying. McLaren driving. Rolex rocking. Jesus peace dangling. The president of St. Louis, Missouri. Sweet James Jones himself. The one, the only, with an emphasis on the one. He's DJ Swirl One. Rainbow and Swirl One.
How you doing? Hey, I like to just grab that mic. Get all lying with it, bro. It's good stuff. Great morning, everybody. Man, I'm so excited to be here. Man, it does feel like it's been like 2 weeks since we've been online here. I don't know what's happening. I missed you guys. Let me just say that. I missed you guys. Okay, so there you have it. I'm excited to be here, though. I tell you what, yes, I've got my water. Stay hydrated, my friends. Drink a lot of this. make sure, because you probably ate a little bit more than you should have in the last couple of days. Maybe you had some wine, or maybe you had a couple of brewskis. Who's to say, who's to know? Might want to start flushing that system out again, getting some of that water in there, getting you good to go. I promise you, right here, this is nectar of the gods next to coffee and Gatorade. I'm just going to say. So shout out to everybody in there. I also have, and I was telling everybody in the green room, I went downstairs and I got the big cups. So when I make that Marriott coffee, ooh, whacka, 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 you know what I mean? Just got me awake, baby. So shout out to everybody. I hope you had a great, oh my. Why you got to one up me, bro?
I got a carafe. I got a carafe. My coffee was getting a little lukewarm. Pardon me. Just need
and here I am over here double cupping.
Double cupping. Look at that. Oh, I got hot coffee in
here. You're just showing off. Okay. This guy, I swear.
Whoa.
Anyway, regardless of what he's doing over here, trying to make me jealous, it's okay. I got me a gift certificate or two. I got me a few legal tenders this year. I can go get me a carafe too. So there's that, just so you know. Don't think I'm not going to come with one, but I may not travel with it, so it might just be a home carafe. Who's to say? Who's to know? My friends, I did miss you guys. Let's have a hell of a show. Forge and Fuel. I'm ready to roll. Let's do it, bro. Damn, did you hear all that? That was smooth.
Hey, you're a poet. Now they really know it, man. That was pretty damn smooth. Who's to say? Who's to know? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Water. I got 2 GAC cups here. I got my 1 of 1 diamonds, my diamond grill, can't get it anywhere. GAC cup, that one right there. I got a carafe full of Joe. No more lukewarm coffee. So what? I'm feeling great over here right now. I'm feeling real good right now. And maybe somebody out there's not feeling as good as me. Maybe they woke up on the wrong side of the bed, as people like to say. I don't know how that's even possible. Why don't you just choose to wake up on the right side of the bed? Why don't you, you roll in that direction? Why don't you just roll
go the other way, right?
Or
if you realize that you got on the wrong side of the bed, why can't you go back to bed and go out the other side?
Get back in the sides you got out, roll out the other. I don't know. Just trying to give you simple tips. But maybe you've already long gone out of the house. You're in rush hour traffic and you're white knuckling and you're son of bitches anyhow. And you're tuning into this show to get you a little something to maybe take the edge off a little bit, if you will. Who's to say, who's to know? Or maybe you're tuning in to get you a full day, get you really tuned up before you go out on the battlefield. And if you don't know, you won't know. But let me be the first to say that in order to have a full day, you got to laugh, you got to cry, and you got to think, as once said the great Jim Valvano. And the first thing on that list is to laugh, to chuckle, to get a little funny, ha-ha, a good old hearty har going first thing in the morning. So, my friends, this one is a little NSFW, not the pornographic NSFW, rather just a cuss word that a lot of people don't seem to like for some reason. So if the kids are around too, also let them know, don't be throwing this around at school after they get back off a Christmas break. But hey, fornication under the king is never a bad thing to just let her fly sometimes, if you know, you know. But my friends, this morning, joining us is a guru, a master, a genius among mere mortal men, a man who has given you crypto advice of all sorts, shapes, and sizes, and now is here this morning to give you some good old-fashioned life advice. You may have heard something like this before, but I don't know if it has hit you this deep to the core. So here this morning, we're here to listen and get some perspective on why we should give no fucks.
No fucks. Leave your bag of fucks at home every day. Don't take a heavy bag of fucks with you every day where you are going. And give fucks to everyone and everything. Because then you will go home tired and exhausted from carrying around a heavy bag of fucks. Instead, empty your bag of fucks at home. Leave all your fucks locked up in your fucks cupboard and save them for special occasion. And instead go out into the world with an empty bag to fill with the good energy. You will be much happier living a fucksless existence. So give no fucks.
I give no fucks, bro.
Keep
I
them
love
in your
that guy.
fucks cupboard.
Hey,
Locked up in
you
your
will be carrying around a big bag of fucks. Nobody wants that. Let me just say that all day long, dude. I have had to say in the last few days, just as I've been sitting there, people have been trying to, I don't know, tell me certain things and, put, guidelines on everything. I made the comment the other day, man, you got a lot of rules to life. And they looked at me like, what? I'm like, I'm out here just raw dogging this shit, giving no fucks, just making decisions on the go and living with the shit. Whatever happens, happens, bro. You know what I mean? They're like, look at
much.
And then I said yesterday when somebody tried to tell me something, and I was like, hold on, nobody tells me what to do. Look, wait a minute.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Yeah, wait a minute, dude. I give no fucks around here. You got me fucked up with somebody who gives a fuck.
You got me confused. Who's to say, who's to know? Holy shit. Oh, can leave your fucks in the fucks cupboard. Oh,
I'm gonna
man.
keep them there, bro. Nice and tight.
Oh, that's a good one. Woo, that's a good one. Stop
carrying
carrying
a big
around a
bag of
heavy
fucks.
bag of fucks.
That's it, dude.
I've never really given a fuck, but man, that just really makes you not want to give a fuck. That just makes you just feel like nothing fucking matters is what that. Oh, fuck the fucks. I'm pretty sure JK Big Time actually sent that one to me, and he just entitled a little caption, "Fuck the fucks."
I thought I sent it to you too, so it might have been later. I'm pretty sure I sent it to you or somebody.
Hey, it's funny. Like 5 people send me the same exact.
Oh, I know.
thing.
That's
We're always on the same
and
page.
so the other day, I was thinking about what I told you, and I was like, hey, I want to send you more videos. And so I was reflecting after that day, and I was like, you know why I don't send some? Because I'm like, this motherfucker's got to have seen this. I mean, it's on mine because so and so liked it. So if they liked it, I'm sure they fucking sent it. And if they didn't send it, then all of a sudden I shouldn't. I mean, I feel bad having to send it up. But then yes, you know what I said?
Nah.
No fucks. I'm gonna just go ahead and send it.
I left my bag of fucks at home. Look, here's the thing: if I've seen it before and 17 people have sent it to me, I'm not gonna bring it to the show because we've obviously already a bunch of us have already watched it. So why would I do that? Let me just find something else. There's millions of damn videos out there, so it doesn't matter 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. Who's to say? Who's to know? But my friends. There's the beginning of this show. 19 minutes after the top of the hour. 20 minutes, just about to be. Opening banner, morning laugh. Oh, we're feeling real good. And hey, wait a minute. One more piece of opening banner. You might wait a minute. What is that? Does that look familiar?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Why are you trying to make me feel so jealous today?
Does that look familiar? And look at that fit. Look at that fit. Look at that fit. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me give you the pièce de résistance. What you really need. Oh shit! Oh shit! That's Fire Flame right there. Swirl One. Sorry, I just got me in a nice shipment, as you can tell. So I had to
flex. Bro, I'm not even home. That's why I'm not ordering anything. I'm not gonna be there for a week. It'd just be sitting on my doorstep.
Hey man, just had to flex on him a little bit. Who's to say? Who's to know? How about that fit though, Swirl One? Huh? How about that nice athletic fit on? Not some baggy bullshit, huh? Man, might be doing it over there. Who's to say? Who's to know? Get yourself a little Forge and Fuel t-shirt while you're watching the show.
You can't get this one, though. You can't have this one, though.
You can't touch that. That's a 101. That's a 101 limited run. People have tried to get their hands on that. You know how many people have tried to? Cap, hey, can I get a members on? Were you at the first annual J&J weekend? The inaugural J&J weekend getaway?
Who's to say? Who's to know?
But my friends, I got a full agenda over here. We got a bunch of things we got to discuss. Many topics to dive into. Much inspiration to be had. Many motivations to be dished out. So I feel like it's time to really get into this show. I think it's time to start doing a little bit of grow. Well, that would be growth, but I was trying to rhyme there. So Who's say, who's to know? We're just going to go through some growth right now. We're going to be talking. We're going to be vibing. We got plenty of good shit coming your way. So strap in, tap in, lock in, get out. Let me, a fresh sheet of notebook paper, maybe your pen, maybe your pencil, maybe a big feathery quill, a nice large jar of ink, and a big old piece of parchment, maybe your iPad and your magic pen, maybe your notes app on your phone, whatever you need to keep track of the knowledge and insights about to come your way, because they're about to come in hot and heavy, baby. As we get into your first segment of the day, it's time to do a little filing and get nice and sharp, baby, in your sharpening session. Dude, before we go any further, put a little.
How did I know, bro? I'm like, hey, that's you.
Morning, Vietnam.
Hey, I'm doing this method, so it is staying warm. Every time I put it down, I'm just
High
with
quality.
the cup, we're doing it.
I'm telling you what, 22 minutes into me having a carafe, and I'm telling you what's one of the best
The
purchases.
best thing you ever did. I know, bro. It's something we talked about. I know. I got to do it.
You're going to have to do it. You're just going to have, because it's a lot better than me moving my whole fucking coffee pot in here.
Bro, if I got to do that now, you realize all the stuff I got to take back. Somebody gave me green chili. Somebody gave me some deer meat. I got a whole Santa visited. I got books. I got.
What kind of venisons you get? You get you some back straps. You get you what you get.
I got the good stuff, buddy. Fresh too. It was only killed last Saturday. So, so yes.
Who's to know?
I'm very happy about that. They said, "Do you want some?" I'm like, "Oh, do I?"
I'll tear up some venison. Who's to say?
Me too.
Well, my friends, here we are on your first segment of the show, your opening segment of the day. We'll probably have plenty of more banter, but time to get a little serious, baby. Time to button it up a little bit, put on the ties, all the old suit coats, and get real, uppity in here. That ain't how we do it. We keep it real nice and chill. We speak to you layman's terms. We don't try and say some things we don't know. Hell, half the words I say sometimes, Swirl One doesn't even know the damn definition, for crying out loud. Well, I mean, I'm just saying. Sometimes, I say some things. You go, "What the fuck did you just say?" And I don't even really know what I just said. Who's to say? Who's to know? Hey, not a slam. I was just, who's to say? Who's to know? However, here we are. This is gonna be a great morning. Here we are, and maybe you didn't read the title of the show. Maybe you have no idea where we're about to go. Maybe you just showing up and you're saying, "Hey, I'm ready for some vibes. Let's get rocking and rolling to the other side." Well, you've come to the right place. And if you don't know, you won't know. So let me be the first to get you up to date. This morning, we're starting off by talking about you're not allowed to have emotions. You're not allowed to have emotions. That's right. You heard me, and you better hear it clear. You're not allowed to have emotions. Or are you? Who's to say? Who's to know? But this morning, my friends, I'd like to talk about a little something on this show. I had a conversation with the fam over the past weekend. I mentioned on Monday's show that, excuse me, Aunt Donnie, Mama Capp, GP, DZ were up here visiting. We were having a great time. We were opening our stockings, talking back and forth, drinking some coffee, just having an amazing time. And you know me, I like to dive into rabbit holes. I like to get deep. I like to have real in-depth conversation, get deeper than a bucket of water. So, of course, we started to do that. And we started to talk about men and women and perspectives and all this good stuff, right? Let me get a sip of water. Well, good morning, Matilda. Howdy do. And we're talking, about emotions and how women are really emotional creatures and how men aren't emotional creatures and blah, 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 blah. And then my mom says something that I've heard over and over and over again. And many people have probably heard it over and over and over again. And I've really been thinking about it ever since we had that conversation. And I brought the point up that I'm about to bring up to each and every one of you. But my mom said, oh, well, men aren't allowed to have emotions. So, really? Really? Men aren't allowed to have emotions, huh? And I started really thinking about that. Because I've heard it so many times in society. Oh, men aren't allowed to cry. Men aren't allowed to have emotions. Men aren't allowed to wear their heart on their sleeve. I thought, well, wait a minute now. Hold up. Have Swirl One and I on this very show not shown emotion? Yet nobody thinks we're a baby back bitch. Nobody's calling us chicken shit. Nobody doubts that we're not going to keep showing up each and every day, staying consistent, no matter how much they hate us. They know we're not going anywhere. So, have we not gained more followers? Have we not acquired more viewers? Has GACC and DHMG not gotten stronger since we have shown that emotion? So I'd argue men can show emotion, but they have to show manly emotion, not womanly emotion, if you will. What the hell do I mean by that? Well, I started to kind of spin on these thoughts, and I wrote some things down. You know, one of the big things when it comes to men showing emotion is crying, right? Oh, you can't let your woman see you cry. For sure, I agree. But there's a difference between crying and having your emotions move to tears. You know, there's this podcast that DZ sends me clips of every once in a while. It's a kid probably in his late 20s, early 30s, probably same my age, same motivational type of shit. But he gets on. Man, I was thinking about my ex the other day and just how much I miss her, but like I know I'm becoming a better man and I don't know, like it's just so hard, bro. And nobody wants to listen to that booger slobbing bullshit. But if something is powerful, a clip on here really smacks you in the soul and you have your emotions move to tears, you can barely even speak, there's no words, and you bring it together to center while tears are still streaming down your face. Say, wow, I have no words. That's some of the most powerful stuff I've ever heard in my life. That right there encompasses exactly where I am. And let me be real raw and open for a minute. Here's where I am, everybody. And shit, that might move my emotions to tears a little bit more. But I'm not, no, man, my life's so hard and I'm taking this leap of faith with DHMG right now and I could fail. And I don't know if I'm going to fail. And I really wish everybody had my back, but I don't know. Would you support me? Nobody would fucking support me. Nobody would want to show up if all I did was show up to this dumbass show and fucking cry all day like a jackass. Nobody would want that. Nobody cares. So why would you expect anybody to care if you're just sitting around crying and moping like that shit? But if you are having in-depth, deep conversations and having emotions move to tears, I think people will see that. I think people will take notice of that. And I think people will say, wait a minute, that guy, that gal has a different way of thinking. What about anger? Anger's another one, right? Are you angry versus being pissed off for greatness? It's not a bad thing to get fired up, get juiced up, sometimes get a little passionate. Those who stand beside me, I respect. Those who stand behind me, I protect. Those who dare to stand in front of me, I show no mercy. You got to have a little bit of fire not to show no mercy. But there's a fine line between anger and being pissed off and being passionate. Another one, are you complaining versus debating possibilities and opportunities, right? Oh, I can never catch a break. I know why not. Oh, woe is me. Life is so hard. I'm just another day contemplating suicide. Are you debating the possibilities of what could come? Wow, this is This is amazing. I don't know where my life is right now, but I know if I keep walking down this path, another opportunity is going to come up. Hell, it might look like an obstacle, but I know if I just work at it, I can climb over it. I can go through it. I can go around it. I can turn it into an opportunity. I know I can. Man, the thing feels like a loss right now, but hot damn, I'm ready to turn it into a lesson. I know I can figure this shit out. Damn, this trial, this tribulation is hot right now. Ooh, my ass is on fire. But eventually I'm going to get that fire extinguisher and it's going to turn into a triumph. I just know it will. How are you speaking? And how are you showing up around other people? Just complaining, bitching about how hard your life is? Or do you get to tell them how excited you are about the possibilities to come? And I suppose just all of this encompassing, it's just the inability to be the calm in the storm. I think that's where it is. Men can't have emotions. True. I believe they can have emotions. They can't have wild out all over the map emotions. They have to be the calm in the storm. But it's still okay to have your emotions move to tears, to be passionate and pissed off for greatness, to be open to opportunities and debating possibilities. But it's not okay to cry like a little baby back bitch, to be angry and fly off the handle, to complain and not ever bring any good conversation to the table. So, my friends, I'll leave you with this. Some interesting thoughts this morning, some things probably no other podcast, no other show, nobody else is talking about, because they'll just fall in line and say, yep, men can't have emotion, so here's how you don't be emotional, men, which is fucking retarded. I'm just going to say it. Like, we have emotions. We're human beings. Show emotion. It's okay. Just don't be a baby back bitch about it. Be stoic. Everybody says guys have no emotion. No. They've just learned how to control them. They've just learned how to refine them. They've just learned how to utilize those emotions to be the real, raw, open version of themselves. And I'll really leave you with this. Would you have more faith in a man who has no emotion, or more faith in a man who is always flying off the handle, head about to pop off the body, running around like a chicken with his head cut off? I'd argue the ability to control your emotions, the ability to tap into the real emotions, is the ability to control everything. Who's to say, who's to know? A lot of people like to say men can't have emotion, but I disagree as we open up this show. What do you think over there, DJ Swirl One?
Bro, this is a big topic because I've had to deal with this a lot in my life, man. People always talk, oh, you know what? Boys don't cry. Men don't cry. All that. Hey, look at that.
How was that?
I was there.
Look at this guy. Who's that guy? Who's that guy? Sorry.
But I still appreciate the moment.
Hey man, this got me choked up, man. I was pretty fucked up in that picture, but I'm just vibing, I'm feeling good, and it's just Deez gave me this and made me cry. So I'm just saying I had some emotion. My emotions were moved to tears when Deez handed this to me.
So forget what I was writing here. What is it about this year and people and thoughtful gifts? I don't know what to say because, I said in the Diamond Hand networking meeting, I showed that, and I won't show it anywhere here, but Motion gave me a gift that literally, when you were talking there, and I wrote it down right here, where I literally couldn't say anything. And I literally said, I'm a loss of words. I didn't know what to say. It was so just powerful that the things that people give. And that kind of brings me to what I wrote down a little bit. And I got some other things we'll share on that. So put a pin in that, like Capp likes to say, right? We'll talk about thoughtful gifts. I think that emotions, sometimes when people look at them, they consider people weak when they are crying or they're, complaining and that kind of thing. And there's a lot of truth to that. There is a reason why people say, hey, you know what, you shouldn't show emotion because it shows that you're weak, because a lot of times that's the only emotion people have experienced is that weak crying, that, oh, somebody's just being a baby, being a little bitch, whatever it might be. That's where you might see people spending most of their emotions or their time on something that they can't control, or maybe it's something they can control. They're just not doing anything about it. And now they're crying about it. That's not what people or men or even women should be doing. if you were taking care of the 4 or 5 things that you have every single day in your life, then the emotions that you're going to have, if they're going to be anything, it's all going to be derived from the things that are actually mattering to you. So it's going to be equal to care. Maybe it's going to be equal to proud, like being proud of something. Maybe it's even going to be equal to realization of loss of time. And that's where a lot of people, especially when you're taking care of the 4 or 5 things, excuse me, that's where it really matters, is that you have people that they will feel the proudness, the care, the loss of time hit them, and then there's nothing they can do but just feel emotional about it. That's one of the things you've seen me and Capp both deal with on here. When we're bringing up a pretty serious topic or something really hit us in our soul, it immediately just hits and it registers, and there's nothing you can do because the mind's going, wait a minute, this is so powerful. I can't even formulate a word to describe it. At that point in time, what happens is your emotions will take over. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't. Not being afraid of showing what moves you is what makes you inhuman. And I think you have to have some human to you by showing what matters to you, what's important to you. And, it's one of the things that me and Capp both like UFC. We see people fighting all the time. You'll see somebody who has come from nothing or has fought somebody multiple times and just keeps getting their ass kicked. When they finally win, how many times have you seen that person brought to tears? That emotion is from all the hard work and the care and the 4 or 5 things they've been shoving in front of them, all the mountains they've climbed, every step they've taken, and everybody that said, you can't do it. And now all of a sudden they just did. There's no other way to describe what happens with your life and your body and your entire being other than your emotions to explode for you. And that sometimes comes in the fear of tears. Sometimes it comes in the fear of laughter. Sometimes people do flips inside the middle of the ring. All of that is derived from all of that care and energy that they put into that goal, that they put into that challenge, the things that they had to overcome creates that energy. So that's where people should get it. And when you are so locked in to your 4 or 5 things, you have no choice. When something good breaks free, happens, you're going to feel some emotion. And if you don't, I would probably say you're not handling the right 4 or 5 things, or I hate to say it, but you may not be human. Just throwing that out there. Going back to that pin, let's take that out for a second. This has been a very big year for thoughtful gifts. And thoughtful gifts are tough because you only have so many times a year where people are giving gifts and getting gifts. And when you're getting them, there's usually something behind them. And I wrote this down. It's funny that Capp was showing that picture because most of those thoughtful gifts come back to powerful moments or moments of time where you can't get them back. And all of a sudden you're reminded or you're given that time back in that picture, or you're given that time back in a book. And when you get that time back, it just hits and registers that, man, this is something I'll never see again. This was a summer I'll never experience. That time in my life right then was when things changed. You can feel all of the different emotions that came from that moment go forward, just flash inside of your head. And sometimes they're just super powerful. So it's funny. I didn't plan this. And that's so crazy. And I have this sitting right here. But so let me rewind. I was at a restaurant yesterday and I was with my family. And anytime I'm with my family on Christmas, we get my grandma with us, right? Shout out to Grammy P. And I have a grandma who's 95 years old, right? And she is just the salt of the earth, just the most beautiful angel in the world. I say that because she's my grandma, but she is. She really is awesome. Shout out Grammy P. But, one of the things she's done her whole life is she's always been such a great cook. And every time you go to grandma's house, there was always tamales being made, pozole, something just amazing. You walked in and the whole house just smelled incredible, whether it was of cookies or she was making choke cherry jam, or she was just always making some treat. And it was always something in the fridge to eat when you were with my grandma. And so obviously as time goes on, she doesn't have the reason to make that stuff anymore. And a lot of us kids, miss that. We miss that kind of thing. And so one of my cousins got with my grandma. I don't even know if she got with I think because my grandma's obviously had to be moved a few times. And so all the little things that she's had in her houses have kind of moved to the family's hands. And so my cousin got a hold of something. And so yesterday we were at I'm sorry, this is going to go a little bit long, but I'm just going to tell you, we were at this lunch and all of a sudden, her husband stands up and goes, okay, I'm ready. And he gets this picture, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I'm thinking, oh, we're just going to take a family picture, which is cool. I'm down. I'm photogenic. I'll smile. All right. But that's not what it was. She pulls out these 4 packages and just starts handing them. And this one's yours. This one's yours. This one. And she's like really meticulous about which one's which. And so we open these things up, and the whole room went silent. It was like you could have heard a pin drop, and nobody could say anything. And I was at a loss for words, and all of a sudden it was waterworks everywhere. I mean, couldn't help it. You just couldn't help it. So much so that as we're starting to look at this stuff and we're just starting going through what we have, the lady in the table next to us is like just so moved from watching what's going on. She stands up and she goes, hey, I hate to intrude, but I've got to know, what is it that you guys were just given that is creating all of this emotion? What is it? And we said, well, it's right here. And this is my grandma's recipes. All of them. Handwritten by her.
Oh, that's so dope, dude.
Every one she's ever had. Everything we ever wanted in our house. Everything that we ever ate was in here. Guys, this is amazing. This is amazing.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see that beautiful woman on the back. Hold on. Woo! Look at Grandma Nana. Look at that beautiful woman. Hot damn. Hell yeah.
She's awesome. This was awesome. This was the kind of gift that you go, man, I can give this to my kid, or they can give it to whoever. If I get a girl finally, you know, she can make this stuff for me. And look, I'm getting emotional thinking about it. Shout out my grandma. And the reason why I'm talking like this is because it's the loss of time. She's 95. 95. I could only hope to be 95. I'm taking care of my body to make it to 95. I'm taking care of my mind to take it to 95. I hope I can eat something out of this recipe when I'm 95. That's all I got.
Yeah, man. Glad I brought this up today. Glad I decided to make this the topic. I went back and forth on a few different things, and you know, I just kept coming back to this because I've just never heard anybody talk about it. And I've also never seen a podcast host gets very raw and open and be willing to share these thoughts and these emotions and these perspectives, and to let you know it's okay to have emotion. It's okay to be real, raw, and open. That's one of the first rules of the Diamond Hand fam. Take off your mask, man. If you want to be part of this, you want to be greater part of everything we got going on here in the center of the old camera, you got to be willing to be you. You got to be willing to have a little bit of emotion. And I really hate that shit. Oh, men aren't allowed to have emotion. Nah, bullshit. Bullshit. They definitely are. 100.
They're strong, dude. It's going to take something serious to bring a real man to some kind of emotion. Because the regular trivial shit, bro, and sorry to jump in here, but it's not going to make you. We're just going to look at it and go, dude, what can I write a check for it? Can I do this? Hey, you know what? Maybe you need to work out more, eat right. We can fix the problem. We see the problem. But when you can't get back the time, I understand the emotion.
Yeah. Fuck. I love what you were talking about, those powerful moments too. You know, we've had a lot of them, me and you together, me, you and T. Bastard. Just a lot of moments that, you know, you can't get back. And a lot of people waste those moments being stuck in their phone. You know what's the best right here is, even though you're on your phone, but we're game planning. We're making moves.
Oh, yeah.
It's happening right there.
Yeah.
But also,
I'm pretty sure I was working on something for us right then, if I'm not mistaken. It was
in a second after that photo was taken, you were just like me and D's, right? And what we were doing right there, if you don't know where that picture is, that is on the VIP balcony at the second annual J&J Weekend Getaway. And us three are just leaned back watching everybody, just in the present moment, just feeling the vibe and the emotion and what we're talking about this morning. That picture encompasses it. Putting the phone away for a minute and just looking around and seeing everybody and the smiles and hearing a little bit of the side conversation and whatever it might be. those moments you can never get back. And those moments you can't even really feel in a picture, right? And man, it just is so crazy to me to watch people just instantly and start living life through this as soon as something comes up. Soon as something comes up. And you know, I've been a little dark on social media probably for the last 6 days, you know, and I don't really give a damn. It's not going anywhere. I'm going to be back live in prime time. I need a little reset. It's the holiday season. I've spent time with family. And then when I had an opportunity to get right back at it Monday, family's gone, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, I thought, you know what? Fuck that shit. It ain't going nowhere. I don't give a damn. I'm tired of feeding into the cesspool for a fucking day. I'm out of it. I'm out of it. I'm not going into this toxic and the fucking UFOs and what are the Swedges doing and what's happening over here and bobbity. Fuck it. I got to take care of me for a moment. I got to step back from everybody for a fucking moment. So one called me yesterday and said, oh, what are you doing? Fuck all. Oh, well, good for you. I said, bro, I've literally fired up the box. I've watched A Christmas Story 3 fucking times. I've played Fortnite a few fucking times because they brought back the OG pass, baby.
Yeah, it's like, I guess,
Season 1.
Great OG, dude. I heard.
Bro, Season 1 OG is back.
Yeah,
and
that's the only one that was worth playing.
Oh, I'm fucking so
I'm gonna put.
juiced.
I'm with you on that. That's a thumbs up.
Dog, download it. I'll get a headset. We're back fucking in the game. I don't give a shit. We're back in the game.
We'll get her going. We'll play this weekend. Look at that. Me and Capp, Fortnite.
Bro, let's fucking go, dude. I'm ordering.
I'm down, bro. That's the one I was good at.
Bro, me too. I've gotten 3 battle royales in my fucking time back. I'm juiced. Either way, man, you got to take that time for you. You got to take those moments, man, just to get away, to go back. It all comes full circle. You see a post, you see a video, you hear us say something and it hits different, right? Oh, that hits different, bro. That hits different. What does that mean, right? What does that mean? Oh, that hits different. Most people just, oh, that's powerful. That hits different. I could feel that, bro. Go deeper than that. What does that mean to you? Why does it trip your trigger? Why does it hit different? Why does it mean something to you? Is it something you're avoiding? Is it something you know you should be doing? Is it something you've been doing but you could improve because you haven't heard it that way before? What is it? Why does it hit different? Take those time in the powerful moments to sit back, to have a little solitude, a little reflection. This morning's Motivation Minutes came from that. Came from me sitting back, reflecting on a conversation and say, you know what? Nobody fucking talks about this type of shit. I'm not showing up here, stealing somebody's message, trying to speak shit that I don't know. It comes from me reflecting, spending time deep down in my soul, and then saying, okay, God, I understand this. I kind of get this. I formulate my words so people understand what I'm saying. And then I hit record or hit live, or, well, DZ hits live now. I don't even hit the damn button anymore. And then we show up. And then we just share those things. And that's it. And that's why we have emotion. That's why we're real, raw, and open. That's why we have the convos we do. So I'm not trying to be anybody we're not. Not trying to be anything or sell you on anything that we don't believe in ourselves. Who's to say, who's to know, man? I love this combo right here, buddy.
Good, bro. And, you said it yourself a little while ago, and I'm going to kind of just expand on that. Is that when you're taking care of the 4 or 5 things and you know your life is good, when you're open to all of the things that could possibly hit you, when you're open to your thoughts and being real, raw, and open, hey, emotions could take over at times because you have nothing left to worry about. The only thing that's really going to hit you is when you really can't get something back or something really hits you from a time that mattered to you. So, I mean, literally, if you look back at Las Vegas, when I look at GAC Vegas photos, and I've got all of them on my phone. I've got every one of them that was ever taken. Even those people that have MF'd me since then, I still look back and look at those moments. I'm so proud of myself, and it does kind of hit me a little bit, and I get some emotion from that. And sometimes you can see that in pictures. Sometimes it happens through a song. That's why DJs are so powerful, because they can take you back to a time where you were feeling a certain type of thing and you came out of it. And that's why I always say it's so important to go into it where a great DJ is, because somebody in that crowd might have lost their family member, might have broke up with their girl, might have had a problem with the pet, who knows? And now they're in that crowd, and all they're looking for is for you to take that emotion away. They're open for you to just take them on a trip or journey. And I think that's what we do inside this show, is we try to give people an opportunity to be open, to get on that journey and to start understanding themselves to a point where they can be open to their thoughts, where they can clear the road, stop worrying about all the million things that are going on in the world, take care of the 4 or 5 things. And now you have the clarity after those are done to see and expose yourself and feel the world for what it really is. And it's fleeting. The time that we have is gone so fast. If you guys realize, we were all so excited about Christmas, it's gone. We only have today. It's over. You know, my mom's got another birthday coming up in 2 days. Man, how many more summers do I have, right? How many more summers do my brother have? All these different things come to my mind. And then I start thinking about it as I'm moving into this new chapter in 2025. Buddy, I need to soak my feet in the sand even right now instead of trying to think so far forward, because I won't get this time back. My niece won't be this small, right? Me and Capp won't ever be this vibrant. Of course, don't get me wrong, we're not going to stop being vibrant, but we're not going to get this day back, right? So we're going to have to come up here and really kick some ass on this show. We turn that power button on and we don't play. We're really trying to give you what we really are. That's why we're not worried about coming on here and making an ass of ourselves or being embarrassed or worried about what motherfuckers say out there. I don't care what people, oh, did you see Swirl? He was growing on there. I don't care, bro. You know what? If you had something like this given to you too, in that way, buddy, you'd be absolutely, I would have to push you to see if you're a zombie if you didn't feel something from that, or I'd have to question your relationship with the person. Because if you have a great relationship with your people and those kind of things happen, you can't help but to be drawn to emotion in those times. When time runs short, emotions run high. And I think that's what people don't understand. And that comes down to the end of a game, the end of a life, the end of a day. That's why people have such a hard time driving home from work, because I only have so much time in my day. I spend it all at work. Yesterday, I got shooed out of I was with my buddy whose wife was having a hard time, just not feeling good. So he called me and he was like, hey, I need to go to Walmart. And I was like, that's so weird. He said, you want to go with me? I'm like, why do I want to go to Walmart? He knows I hate Walmart. But who am I to say no to my boy? He's just down the street. And all of a sudden I'm in his town. He says, you want to go? I'm like, yeah. So I go. I realized that his emotions were running high because there's a million people at his house. He can't seem to get away from it. The freedom that he had before is gone. Now his wife's nagging on him to go get this, at 7 o'clock at night on Merry Christmas Eve or Merry Christmas night. You're not going to get anything open, much less the exact thing somebody wants. Man, you could see his emotions running high. So I think what he wanted was somebody to hang out with him to show him that it was okay to be strong. It was okay to be around, have some levity to the situation, make him smile a little bit, and then send him back. Let me tell you this. I cruised around to 4 or 5 different Walgreens with this guy just to be emotional support and didn't realize that was the case until it came at the time. We were sitting at a gas station. I'm like, dude, if I don't leave right here, I'm going to miss my mom's dinner. So I'm going to take an Uber from right here. So I took an Uber from the gas station back to my mom's house. Why did I do all that? Because my boy needed some emotional support. He's not a bitch. He's just a strong ass man. And sometimes we're pulled at all ends. And sometimes we need that.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, man. Woo-wee, some good stuff. Some real good stuff. And, I go back one more moment on just the thoughtful gifts and the things that we've received. I rock them every single day now. And, I got some stuff from my GP, and they were really, really thoughtful because, we both know that we ain't got all the time left in the world. And she's one of the most special women on the planet to me. She really is. Me
too. She's cool. I love that girl.
I don't know what I'd do without her. And I know someday I'm not going to have her. And that's just the reality of life. But I can always hold on to this. This can always be on me. I always got this to rock. So it'll always be near me. And we've had conversations of the other side, and we get deeper than a bucket of water. Most grandkids don't speak with their grandparents about what comes next. What's the afterlife? What's up? And we've had some really deep conversations of, hey, what do you think about this? What about this? And, it's just given us so many, just added to the relationship so much. And, I just love you, GP. I love you to pieces. And she's in here every single morning, 88 years young every morning, on YouTube, in the chat. Why can't you? What the fuck are you guys at? What are you doing? I mean, geez. And it means the world to me. It truly does. And it's the same with Mama Capp and Aunt Donnie. I mean, to be able to spend the weekend with them is, man, it's just something that's just so special to me. And to not have any other family or any other drama, any other bullshit. It was just us, good conversation, quality shit. I mean, you can ask D's. There was no drama. There was no talking about anybody else. We didn't talk about any other family. Didn't talk about anybody, Diamond Ham. There was no anything, gossip or none of that bullshit. And before, old versions of us, maybe there would have been. And that's something I was really, really proud of, is just, wow, look at how much we've changed. Look at how much as a family we've just become different simply off of some shit that I've decided to do. The man that I've decided I wanted to be, the things that I've wanted to change and then bring it to the world. And now I've seen it change in my own family. So why can't that happen in your family and then in your own communities? And then all of a sudden people are saying, what the hell's this Diamond Ham Media Group thing? And then we're changing the whole fucking world. Who's to say, who's to know? It ain't very hard. You just got to keep showing up, show after show.
Who's to say, who's to know?
Who's to say, who's to know, motherfuckers? Welcome to episode 636 on this beautiful day after Christmas, December the 26th, 2024. Hope you're waking up like never before. But in case you haven't, maybe you're just joining us on the show. Ooh, look, a little light starting to come out there in Colorado. Ooh, now I'm a real poet, and you better know it. I just rhyme all the damn time. Ooh, I be rhyming all the damn time. Also, maybe you're just joining us for the show. Maybe you just got here. Maybe you're just, oh, shit, I had the day off. Back, forging fuel. Gotta wake up. Ugh. Whew, I need a little perspective. I need a little motivation, a little inspiration. Oh, still knocking the sleep out of the eyes. Maybe you're just joining us right now and you need that good, high quality vibration and conversation. Well, we got more coming your way, because that's only the first segment of the day that's now done and dusted, and we're ready for the second segment of the day. We're at the starting line. We're ready to take off, ready for the proverbial gun to go bang, and we start running away. But not too crazy, because it's just a marathon, not a sprint, baby, as we get into your reaction refinery.
Shout out Grammy P, man.
Shout out Grammy P. Osby.
Shout out Grammy P. We love you too, girl.
We love you to pieces. Love you to pieces. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on your second segment of the day of episode 636 of Forging Fuel, baby. Once again, it is December the 26th, 2024. If you haven't checked your calendar yet today, but I don't know how you wouldn't know, with yesterday just being the old Christmas. But we're back here live in prime time, and it is your reaction refinery. And if you don't know, you won't know. This is where we pop up some clips where we get a little additional perspective from some high-level humming beans. Maybe some businessmen, maybe entrepreneurs, maybe motivational speakers, maybe just regular people who made a nice reel that made me go, whoa, that hit different. Who's to say, who's to know? So, my friends, this morning we welcome on 1, 2, 3 fantastic fellers, and we watch a clip from a movie. We begin with the fantastic feller who goes by the name of Dennis Waitley. And he's here this morning to give us some damn good perspective and build on some things we've talked about in the past. And here it is. Who's putting what in your mind?
Who's putting what into your mind? They tell us what to eat. They tell us what to buy. They tell us how to dress. They tell us what to think. They tell us who to vote for. And we just listen. Observation, imitation, repetition. If you look at your body and brain as the hardware in your computer, and you look at the software as the things you put in your mind, you have a software program that drives the hardware. So you dehypnotize people by helping them take in stuff that's good for them, rather than not recognize they're taking in stuff that's bad for them.
Bro, hey. If that's not why this show exists, I don't know what it is.
Hey-o.
Hold on. He's thinking like I think. Why is he saying this? But you're absolutely correct. We talk about it all the time. We just got to stop doing bad things, stop doing negative shit, stop doing dumb shit. And all of a sudden, positive things start to happen. Action, reaction. That's just the way this is. And there's a lot of people out there that are just in the scheduled programming every single day where they get up and, hey, the thought is, what's my fantasy football? What am I supposed to do here? Let me change this. Let me tune into that. Oh, I missed that show. Let me binge watch that. Buddy, that's what's taking all your time. That's what's putting you in that cycle and not putting any kind of real talk, realness, real goals in front of you. All it's doing is letting you live out everybody else's goals through the back of their jersey or through the front of a lens. And I tell you right now, that's not what this is for. We're not here to, rah each other. We don't care about that. Hell, all we want to do is get you excited about today. And I'll tell you this, if I can do it with the dumb shit written across my face, then I know you can do it too, because I get up every single day the same way you do. I just choose to be happy. I choose to take care of the 4 or 5 things. I choose to go outside and make sure that today I'm a better me than I was yesterday. I don't think people try or act like that. And I do disconnect from all the things that they try to program me with. And I start to see it now. And if I can see that I'm being programmed or somebody's trying, I question everything. You have no idea. Hey, shout out to Ted. Let me tell you, I question everything now. I'm watching it all. I'm like, hold on, wait, but why do we have this? And there's up there. All of a sudden, buddy. Yeah, bruh.
You and me both, man. You and me both. I've been questioning it all. My morning quote: do you want an easy life? Then always stay with the herd and lose yourself in the herd. Just keep doing what they're doing. They just feed you your blue pills, tell you what you want to hear, make it all rainbows, puppy dogs, and unicorns, and just go sit around and watch your Netflix and throw your hand in your pants and just enjoy your life. Take time, relax. It's okay. You don't need to find out the truth. You don't need to go and do things that are difficult.
Wrong.
You don't need to put pressure on yourself.
Wrong.
No, relax. As I get off of just saying, hey, I took some time to chill out and took fucking 6 days off of social media. Who's to say, who's to know? But hey,
but you work hard, Cap. I'm telling you.
That's what I told Deez. I called Deez on Tuesday, man, and this chicken sucker was working his ass off doing this, that, and the third. And he said, man, I'm just sitting here thinking like, fuck, what can I do? What can I do? This? I said, brother, you got to stop that shit. I used to do that shit all the time and sit there and fucking think, oh, I could be doing this. I could be doing more of this. I could be doing this. And then all of a sudden I look up and I've wasted a whole day where I could have just, when every other day I'm always balls to the walls. I told him that. I said, bro, we are balls to the walls. We are 500x more than the average human being even thinks about accomplishing in a regular day. I think we can take a couple of days and we'll be all right. I don't think they're going to catch us. We'll be okay. So, hey, that's exactly what I did. And to stick on this point, go back to chop wood, carry water. We haven't talked about CWCW for a long time. What you watch, what you read, what you listen to, who you surround yourself with, how you talk to yourself, and what you visualize. The moment I heard Joshua Medcalf say that, I wrote that down in my quotes notes, and it's never left. That shit right there. That's what he said. What are you feeding yourself? And they tell you, oh, this is what you should eat. This is your food pyramid. This is what you should watch. Here's the news. Here's everything. They set it all up nice and perfect for you so they can download the programming, scheduled programming, Swirl One, that they want in you so they can operate you as their own hardware. How do you break out of the matrix? You stop downloading their programming, download your own programming, and begin to find out how to utilize your own fucking hardware. And that your brain doesn't control you, you control your brain. And you may just be a sack of pudding and sticks, but you're a powerful sack of pudding and sticks. So go out there, grab life by the coyones, and get you some, chicken sucker. Woo!
Come on, baby. My thoughts exactly.
Fuck if that don't fire you up. I should.
Beginning to believe.
Who's to say? Who's to know? Chicken suckers, welcome to the show. Your second clip of the second segment of the day. Ooh, this is going to build real nice off of what we were just talking about, baby. And some things we've also mentioned throughout this show so far. This comes from the movie entitled Peaceful Warrior. I've never watched it, never seen it, but now that I saw this clip, I might have to dive in. And the perspective this morning is a little conversation between what I would say is a father and a son, kind of appears to be like that. And it's a little thought-provoking conversation of why people are afraid of what's inside.
One tells you what to do and what
what's good for you. They don't want you to find your own answers. They want you to believe theirs.
And let me guess, you want me to believe yours?
No. I want you to stop gathering information from outside yourself and start gathering it from the inside.
Were you part of some cult or something?
People are afraid of what's inside. And that's the only place they're ever going to find what they need.
Bro, some people are so scared of their own image they can't even look at themselves in the mirror, man. It's so crazy to see it. And I can't tell you, there was times when I was the same thing, and it's all because of the way I treated somebody or how I acted or what I was doing or the life that I was leading was not making me proud. So I get it. I've been there. I know it. I understand it. You fell off the horse. Okay, get back on. Hey, I get it. You have been paying attention to somebody else. Well, let me ask you, have they been where you're trying to go? And if they have not, why are you paying attention to them? That's what I always have to ask. You can't ask millionaire advice from somebody who's never held $1 million. It doesn't happen. It doesn't help. They're not going to help you. There's nothing you can do to get there, right? Just like this cookbook, man. You're not going to find somebody who could cook something like that unless they put the recipes together. You've got to know this information. So I would look at that and say it's absolutely 100% in yourself to be able to find what it is that's important to you, what drives you, what moves you, what does make you emotional, and just start hitting on those things. That's where the real rubber meets the road right there. And I love what he's saying. People are scared of what's inside. It's because I've said it before and I'll say it again. People are scared of their own greatness. And the reason being is because the greater they get, the more is asked of them. And nobody likes accountability. So they don't even want accountability to themselves. They have a hard time keeping their schedule. They have a hard time doing things for their work. All of a sudden they find out that they're this good and they got to keep going. It means a lot of work. And damn, I don't want to do all that work. And that's why they do it. They're afraid of accountability.
Do the work. Just do the work. I promise you it always pays off. I promise you it always works out. I promise you will get to where you want to go. It will hurt like a motherfucker. You're going to question everything. And I'm not even close, but I've just figured out the mentality of what I got to do to survive the hallways. That's all I know. I know I'm about to fight battles that I haven't even begun to comprehend yet on the path that I'm on right now. But I've done the work to be able to withstand those battles. I've learned how to reach up on the battlefield and grab the flaming arrows and crack them over my knee instead of let them pierce me through over and over and over again. And that's all we're trying to do here. Don't fucking believe me. Do not believe what I say. Don't believe a fucking word of what I say. Watch what I do. Watch if what I say is what I do. Watch every move I make. Play what I play. Cap sees all. Watch what I do. See if I don't live by this shit. Don't believe me. Just watch what I do. And if it works for me, maybe it could work for you. Question everything. And I said it a million times. Get the inside right and the outside follows along. Figure out who you are, what makes you tick, what all this shit is going on inside. Get comfortable with your spirit, comfortable with looking yourself in the mirror for longer than 5 minutes. And then everything else is going to magically fall into place. Me and Mama Capp were having a conversation yesterday. She said, it's funny. The more nice I am, the more positive I am, the more in that mindset I am, people just act right. People are nice right back. It's crazy how that works. I said, yeah, because people are all living in fire. And if you just don't add fire to their fucking fire and you decide to show up with an extinguisher, maybe things start going well. But we just kind of started chuckling. It's funny how when you don't add bullshit to people's lives, everybody is kind of cool. Everybody's great out there. Everybody wants to have a conversation. Everybody doesn't act the same way they do. Why is that? Because you set the standard. You chose to be different. Fuck yeah, I'm in a cult. I'm in the positivity cult, the PLP cult, peace, love, and positivity everywhere I go. The damn unicorn horn sticking out of my forehead. People look at me like I'm fucking crazy. Like shout out a Christmas Story. Like I got lobsters crawling out of my ears. Ooh, fuck. Some of the best damn lines in that.
Sons of a bumbuses.
The bumbuses. Oh, you'll shoot your eye out. Oh, the classic mother BB gun block. Oh. I'm telling you, that's just.
I watched it last night. I was so
Oh, I watched it 4 fucking times over the last 24 hours, bro.
happy.
And I cried, bro. I cry every time. I cried at the beginning.
I
cried at
actually
the
have
end.
some here.
Bro.
I'm moving, I'm
Uh-oh.
moving.
Has he got a leg? He's got a leg. Uh-oh. Watch out. Oh, he's got a leg. Fragile. It must be Italian. So badass.
I think it's candy. Fragile.
Fragile. Must be Italian.
Yeah.
Honey, I think that's fragile. Oh. Tonight. Hot damn tonight.
Okay, so
Gosh.
real quick side note, and I'm going to sidebar this because if you've never been to the store or the actual house, the reason why it said fragile, right? And there was, if you looked on it, there was a part that was missing. There was always a letter missing. It's because when they built the box, they built it outside the house and they were going to bring it in. And then they realized when they tried to get in the front door, it didn't fit in the front door. So they had to cut the box down and make it fit in there. That's why it's missing the letter on the front, not because of the way they stamped it. It's because they didn't plan right on that.
No shit. Yeah, it
But
misses the F. The F's not on there.
Yes. Yeah. So that's why it's like that,
Shit.
because it was supposed to have the whole thing. It didn't fit the front door and they had to improvise. So
There I am with that stupid round face and that dumb stocking cap. No matter, Christmas was on its way. Oh, gosh, it's just, it's the
how could I
best.
forget Cleveland Street?
Oh, gosh. Downtown was ready for its yearly bacchanalia of peace on earth and goodwill towards men. I mean, just,
They were earmuff to earmuff to see all the new electronics.
just electronic mechanized joy. And there it was. The Red Ryder 200 shot carbine action range model air rifle. And there he is, Red Ryder himself. Oh, it's just the fucking best. Oh no, I shot my eye out. Gosh, it's just, and then the scene, especially if you're a father, and especially if you're a son of a father, right? And that end scene where he's like, "What's that over there behind it?" And it just that emotion of that moment, and when he's teaching him, "Hey, watch out, they run all over the place."
Yes.
Like if you've had that moment,
watching him doing it.
if you've had that moment,
is so big,
dude.
You don't even realize how proud his dad is of him right there.
In the whole movie, he's not. The whole movie is that he just doesn't pay attention.
Then, he's like, "That's my boy."
Yes, man. And man, there's you've had that moment with your dad, either whether it's a BB gun or whatever it is, and you can remember that moment. It's just like, oh fuck yeah, that's right. That's right there. Fuck. That moment.
Shout out my dad. I have that moment every time I talk to him.
Yeah, that's some good stuff right there. Who's to say, who's to know? A couple little extra rabbit holes on the second clip of the second segment of this fine morning show. We get into your third clip of the day. And Swirl One, you're going to like this. You're going to like this. Because there just might be 2 vehicles that you have owned or currently own featured in this here video, but with a little different perspective than you might assume. A man who's been on this show before, last time he was here, he talked about Ziploc squeezy beef, Mr. Noel Dizell. Here this morning with a few other of his friends with another little skit, if you will. It's one hell of a perspective on the never good enough cycle.
Wish I had a supercar.
Wow. I wish I had a sports car.
3 cars, actually.
I wish I had a car so I could get around.
All 3 of them. All 3 of them. Except it's a spider. Run it back. I'm sorry. It's sorry. That was crazy. Run it back.
Wish I had a supercar.
Wow. I wish I had a sports car.
I wish I had a car so I could get around.
What I'd give to be young and free again.
Powerful. It's more powerful the more you slow down and watch it again the second time. And I've been that person. Hell, it's funny. You said all 3. I drive a Camry. I've had a GTR and I have a McLaren. So yeah, I get it. But with all of those things, it's kind of funny that if you look at where I'm at when I first got the Camry, I was so excited just to have like a new car that somebody was just going to give me, and I was going to be able to give me as I wanted. I was like, oh, this is the coolest thing ever. Now I'm so sick of Camrys, I can't tell you. So I'm switching the car, right? I'm going to
Shout out to Rav.
Shout out to RAV4. We're doing RAV4. Yeah, soccer mom and it. It's all right. Hey, we're gonna make it look good. It's gonna be cool.
Hey,
anyway,
no, that's a Sienna, bro. That's a Sienna.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. And with that, when I was this is so interesting. But when I had the GTR and I was starting off in the supercar club I was in, they made this comment. The only car that's not Italian or this, that, or the other thing that will allow in here is a GTR. And we're not allowing very many of them because of this and that. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, wait a minute, but what's more rare? That Lamborghini Huracan over there where they make 12,000 of them a year, or this GTR where they only sell less than 1,000 a year, period? Wait, what's more rare? Wait, hold on. And it's funny. I would get a lot more, and whether it was from, men only anyway, I get a lot more attention on Lamborghini. I'm sorry, on the GTR than they would the Lamborghini, no matter where we parked it, because like they just never would see those. They'd see Lamborghinis everywhere, but they didn't see this thing.
Dude, and the way it was tucked and the fucking body work, just Godzilla was so fucking sexy.
Crazy, right? So that gets a lot of attention. Same thing with the McLaren, but at the same time, again, just like I said in the podcast the other day, I didn't do it for everybody else. And let me tell you, I've stopped looking and saying, hey, I want that one or this one, because I've experienced life in the Camry. I've experienced life in the McLaren. I've experienced life in the GTR. And I tell you this, the tickets all cost the same. So it doesn't really matter how you have it. You can still get a ticket in each one of them. And it's all the damn same. That's why I said I don't mind selling a damn car, because if I wanted to get another one later, I'm going to get another one, whether it's better, worse, or whatever. Who's to say, who's to know? But here's the thing. I'm not tied to what I drive. I'm not tied to what I do. I'm tied to what I'm going to be and what am I trying to achieve and what's going to happen. That's what I'm trying to do. That's the only thing I look at and envy is my future.
Yep, pretty much all of that. I don't know what else I could do to build upon that one. As best as I can. It's interesting to kind of live vicariously through you and, ride in the Mac, ride in the Gitter, have been in a Camry, all three of them. Yeah, one's faster than the other, but they're all a car. It's all cool. And I was explaining it to GP and Aunt Dottie and Mama. Why do you want a McLaren? Why do you want to? Or they saw my screensaver. It's on my screensaver, and they're like, "Oh, is that what you want?" Yeah, 650S, whatever. Started kind of talking about it. They're like, "Why do you want it?" I said, "Well, it's not because of I want to show off for other people or look how badass I am and all this shit. It's because it's an investment. It's totally different." And I said, what you guys don't realize is it's just like buying a house. You got to pay property taxes. There's all types of different things that go into it that people don't even really realize. And in order to be at a level in your life where you can afford a supercar and not worry about anything on it is a level that I'm trying to be at. And whatever comes with that, and whoever I can help by being at that level, and whoever I can put on and share advice with and bring into the gateway and the family, wherever I'm at and whatever this all looks like at that point in life, that's what I'm trying to do. And yeah, if a car comes because of that, because I've always I've told you, Swirl, I had a 350Z on my wall as a little kid. Like I was like, damn, I've always wanted a car. I grew up in Mopars, running around in Shelby GT and all these, man, I always loved it. I always wanted a car. I always worked on cars with my dad. And this is kind of something that always makes me tick. And, watches too, the same thing. Speaking of what makes me tick, it's a physical representation of your progress over time. That's what most people do. Oh, it's just a piece of jewelry. You just went buy a Rollie. No, it's a physical representation of your progress, of what you've done, how you've gotten better. And last time I checked, the Rollie market's looking pretty fucking nice right now. Who's to say, who's to know? You
Sidebar on that. To that point, this watch was bought at the very first GAC Vegas that
Remember.
Weekend. And I didn't expect to get this watch. You should not, even now, you can't get this watch. People can't buy this. You just can't walk in and get it. And I just remember my guy in there and just asking me, what do you really want? What do you really want? And I just said, you know what? And here we are about to do the SCAC Vegas thing. And I was like, hey, I want that green sub. Never thought I would ever get it. Never thought he'd come out. He came out and he had this little thing covered. And when he uncovered it, it was the green sub. I about lost myself. Like, what are you talking about? Like, so it's representation of the greens. Grand Babe Country Club, how far we gone that day and how far I had been to be able to get to that point. So I'm just saying that's what it's about. It's not about, oh, look at me. No, this thing is, it's grandpa's, bro. It's the journey. It's Diamond Hand Mini Group. It's the reason why we're starting here. And again, it's not my only one, but it's the one that really means the most to me. So
150%, man. Yeah. Whew. Holy shit. What a segment. What a segment it's been so far. And we still got one more clip from a man who you reference a lot, Swirl One. A man you like a ton. A man who you be following his X post. Shit, you were following when it was still his Twitter post. And you reference a lot of his thoughts and perspectives on here from time to time. So I thought it was a hell of an opportunity to bring the one and only Jesse Itzler to the show.
Heard him talk twice. Met him. He's a great guy.
Whoa, let me back up. Also met him twice and talked to the feller. Not only does he mention his stuff, and here he is this morning to really hammer home some things we talk about in a different perspective. And he's given us these thoughts on 3 things that will change your life.
These 3 things, your life will be way better. So the first thing that I do is there's an old Japanese ritual called the misogi. And the notion around a misogi is you do one year-defining thing every year. Something that like you can look back on. You probably don't even know what you do 8 days ago, but you sure as hell should be able to say, in 2024, I launched a podcast. I quit smoking. There should be one big thing that's gonna really define my year. The second thing that I do is something that I call Kevin's rule. Kevin is a friend of mine, blue collar guy, the happiest guy that I know. Kevin and I take our 8-year-old kids to climb Mount Washington in the winter. How often do you do stuff like this? And he lights up. He goes, oh, ever since I graduated college, every other month, do something I normally wouldn't have done. I said, that's unbelievable. He said, yeah. So why do you do it? He said, because if you create 6 mini adventures every year and you're 40 years old and you live to be 80, that's 240 things that you wouldn't have had in your life, events or mini adventures that you just create. Third thing is I add a winning habit every quarter. 10-minute a day meditation practice. Maybe I'm never going to be late to a meeting. But if you add 4 new habits at the end of 2025, 6 mini adventures and a killer experience, and you repeat that for the rest of your life, you won life if you do that.
This guy's so powerful, man. You know, he came from nothing. I don't know if you got to dive into the Jesse Itzler rabbit hole. Read his books, all that. I'm telling you, the guy came from nothing. He literally made jingles for an NBA team when he was a failed rapper, and he was trying to come up, and he was rapping when some of the greats were rapping. So, but that's not here nor there. He's just a really smart guy. And I'll say this, we talk about the year and what happens there. And every year there is something that defines me every year. And I always look at it like that was the year this happened. That was the year this happened. I can tell you. And this year was also that. We started this amazing program right here. Not only that, he talked about the different things that you do on a monthly basis. I started taking my health seriously. I started taking what I eat seriously. I started wasting my time on certain things. I stopped looking for validation from females and started looking for the reason that I should have what I need and have it be the law of attraction. So it comes to me. It's totally different. And above and beyond that, you know, he talked about doing the mini adventures, and I'm going to focus on that because first off, I don't think people do New Year's resolutions very well. And I don't think they have it. They can't even do the 1 year thing. So how are they going to do the 6 month thing? And how are they going to do the 4 habits? So let's just, if they can't do the one, how can they do the other? But I do think, and this is something I've been really good at. And I was actually talking about this yesterday with my family, and they roll their eyes when they look at me, when I start talking about my adventures, which is fine. I'm okay with that because I know nobody lives like me. And I know nobody has this adventure life like I do. And I call it adventure, but I'm sure there's people who go crazier than I do. But with that, me and my boy Panda have been on some adventures, and we consistently every single year, it's got to be twice a month, if not more, 3 times a month. And if not, then I'm with somebody that's an extended part of that family and our family. And I'm always doing little things and little hops, if you want to call them puddle jumpers, to what I would consider those little adventures. And, you know, there's one coming up here in just a few days that's going to happen. There's one we just got off of. And you know what? I find that when I do those things, man, do I have so much to talk about when people ask me about restaurants or neighborhoods or certain things. And I've been around people lately that don't have a lot of that life experience, yet they still think they're the smartest person in the room because of how they were educated by the system. I'll tell you this, I've learned more by being out in this world experiencing life than most people will by listening to any system tell them what to do. So that's where I'm at on that.
I'm sorry the system failed you, Swirl One.
I'm not.
Sorry, the system failed you, man. Great perspective, dude. Honestly, I love all your thoughts. And just start with one thing. Say, man, don't make it complicated. Make it simple. And just on the whole New Year's resolution, yeah, that's going to be coming up. Man, just start one day at a time. People fail at New Year's resolutions because they see the goal, right? They set this big goal. Oh, I'm going to lose 60 pounds. Oh, I'm going to read 100 books, whatever. And they look at the goal. There are no destinations. There are no rewards. The process is the product. Stop worrying about the fucking product and just show up every day. 1% better. Swing your legs over the edge of the bed with a positive mindset, not waking up on the wrong side of the bed, like to take it all the way back to the beginning of the show, bring it full circle, and just start your day right. If you can start your day negative for no reason, start your day positive for no reason, and start doing the right things for no reason, and push your toes into the ground and be present for no reason. And then just watch how shit starts falling into your lap for no reason. Wow. Jeepers creepers, clip that one time. That blow your brain out of your ears. You do shit for no reason. Shit starts happening to you for no reason.
Oh, you're talking about the goal, man. People, and I'm just going to last little thought. You talk about the goal. We're starting the new year. We keep talking about how do you get financially free. We keep talking about these IRAs. It's probably going to be like $7,500 next year. Okay. So you talk about, oh man, that's a lot of money to save in a year. I've never even saved $500. Do you realize that that's only $20 a day? I keep talking about the $8 coffee that you keep dealing with every day and buying. And then you go to the ATM and you use that, and there's a $3 fee there. Now you're up to $11. Oh my gosh. Okay. All these little things, I can promise you, if you spend 5 minutes, I'm going to show you where you can find $20 a day. And if you can go frivolously spend $20 a day, you can save $7,500 a year. Just throwing it out there.
Bruh. Did you know in order to be a millionaire, it only takes making about $2,500 a day? And you might say, $2,500 a day? Wait, what? No way I could do that. That's so much money. Well, that's the W-2 mindset. And that's because you're trading your time for your money. But think about this. Maybe you got 2-3 investments that are bringing you in 8 to 12. Maybe you got something else on the side, a little property bringing you 6 to 7. And then maybe you got a couple little things you dabble in, your regular 4 to 5, your other 3 to 2 things, whatever it is to fill in your 4 to 5. And those bring you in a little income, and holy shit, you're making $2,500 a day in one thing. And oh my gosh, I'm a fucking millionaire. You're not trading your time. You have created investments and vehicles that grow your money with compound interest. Holy fuck. So we talk about all day long. It's not hard to be a millionaire. You just got to do it right. And I'm saying I'm not a millionaire. They haven't paid me yet because I'm doing the fucking things right. I just haven't had the shit fucking blow up yet. It's coming, baby. We're on our way. Woo!
Let's go, baby.
Fuck, I was talking about Diamond Handsville. I was talking about all types of shit with my mom, GP, and Aunt Dolly this week. I said, y'all don't realize I'm gonna be the first millionaire in our family. You don't realize what's coming. Y'all don't understand. I threw everything out the window, pushed all the chips in the table, and I am go mode. People don't understand what happens when Captain Coke gets into go mode. You better watch out, chicken suckers. I'm hot. Woo! Pissed off for greatness. Sorry, I kind of blacked out there for a moment. Pull the hat down. Okay, I'm back. How about that, Swirl One? Clip that shit, D's. That was some fire flame right there. Holy shit, man. That segment, that just, bam. That might be the hottest reaction refinery we've ever done, Swirl One.
That's pretty damn good. I was enjoying it. A great conversation. Naturally occurring, too. Naturally occurring.
Hot damn. I got a whole page of notes.
Oh, I do too.
That segment.
Oh, yeah. You saw me even writing stuff. I was like, oh, that trip. I got to write it down.
If
I don't write it down, I won't remember it.
Same here, dude. Could you imagine living life with no notes? Could you just.
Bruh. Couldn't happen. Could not happen. I got too much shit on my mind.
I got within my reach right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things of notes on top of all this other scratch shit. Damn, that reminds me. I got to compile some of that shit. Get a little messy over there. Who's to say? Who's to know? It's all there. We'll just got to compile it around. Don't judge me, all right? Just sometimes I get a little off kilter around here. It gets a little messy on the desk, but that's all right. We'll get back in order. That's not important shit. That's sidebar shit. But my friends, There's your second segment of the day. 1 and 2, done and dusted, baby. All that remains is your third and final segment. And if you were paying attention to the chat, I dropped it in a while ago. But now is your time to get involved in the convo. If you got some perspective, if you got some thoughts, you got a little additional knowledge, you'd like to build upon the conversation we've already been having, well, drop it in the live chat. And better yet, if you got a question, if we tripped a trigger and you said, what do you mean by that? Exactly what did you mean when you said such and such? Hey, I'm going through this. What do you think about if I did so and so? Well, now is your time to ask that question as well. Drop it over there in the live chat. And after this transition, we will be diving into that chat, pulling up your questions, your perspectives, all your thoughts right here live on the screen as we get into your answers from the Anvil. Wow. All right, here we are, kids. Back live in prime time for your third and final segment of the day on this beautiful Thursday, December the 26th, 2024, episode 636 of Forge and Fuel. We hope you've been waking up like never before. If you don't know, you won't know, but this is the segment where we dive into the live chat, where we see what the people have been saying, where we see what's going on over there. And boy, oh boy, it's been hot. I've been seeing the comments coming in left, right, and center. So now it appears that it's time to shift us up on the screen and start popping y'all up. Nah, I mean, well, the first step is done. So let's see what we got out there. DWEZYY, what's cracking in the chat, my guy? DJ Swirl One, live from the Bamboo Forest. First one in. Great morning, team. Let's get it. Shout out Swirl One. Appreciate you. Akshay Chowdhury, get out of town. Akshay in the house.
Hey, let's go.
Oh, I ain't seen Akshay in a minute. Shout out. Let's go, Gag fam. Shout out to you, brother. Appreciate you hopping in one time for the one time. Jeff Damascus Oglesby, GMGM, Mr. Damascus. Hope you're having a fantastic day down there in Missouri, baby. Who else we got? DWEZYY. Oh, the one and only Mr. Jared Always Bright. Great morning. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful holiday. Right back at you, Mr. Albright. We appreciate the hell out of you. Hope you're having a solid start to the day over there in OH.
Hi-yo.
Baby. Mama Cap, Kim Jones, live in the building. Y'all still Christmasing? We should continue to carry the message. DHMG, GACC, PLP. What do you think we're doing? What do you think we are here live on the... I have the Christmas spirit every day of the year, says Swirl One, and I second that motion. I'm always toxically positive, and I feel like that's what...
I'm always giving, too.
Same, bro. That's just the standard we set. It is the Christmas spirit. We're always giving. We're always loving. We're always full of cheer and joy. I mean, goodness, it's just a regular old bacchanalia around here. Just goodwill on earth and peace towards men every single time you show up. I tell you what.
I like the use of that word. That was good.
Well, I'm telling you what, bacchanalia, it gets you one time. My old man used to say that shit all the time, and I forgot that he had gotten it from Christmas Story, and I heard it. I was just like, fuck, that is some good
I heard that. I was laughing. Yeah, there's so many great words in that movie, actually. If you
pulverized. The best fucking where he gets the shit kicked out of him by Scott Farkas. They give in the next scene, he's like, in the world of kiddom, the mind shifts rapidly. He goes to his mailbox, and I've been waiting weeks for my little orphan Annie decoder pin. Oh, skunked again.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, it's the best. Holy shit. Shout out, Mama Cap. We love you. Appreciate you being live in the chat, as always. Angel SD asks, who has it better than us? Nobody!
Man, I was firing up the chat today. Look, I was all over it.
Oh, damn, you were ready to rock and roll. Holy shit, man. Now I feel like I was kind of lacking. I was in the chat a little later on. Damn, you were with it this morning.
I was out there firing them off, bro.
Ooh, shout out to our guy, Nick in the building. Nick's Travel Vlogs on YouTube. Give him a follow, subscribe one time, throw on some notifications. He does not pay me to say that. Great morning, Nick. How you doing? Hope you're having a great day, my guy. Shout out the one and only Mr. Nick's Travel Vlogs. We appreciate you, sir. Mama Cap, right back in the building. Nice cap. Yeah. Who's to say, who's to know? One time for the one time. Welcome to the show. I can't see. I'm blind. Oh, You keep on knocking, but you can't get in. Come on, little Jesus.
That was good timing, bro.
Back there, man. It's back there. Can't you? You want to I guess answers from the Anvil today is our movie quote segment. Who's to say, who's to know?
Been all day.
I guess, yeah, it kind of has been all day. Shout out Grammy P live in the building. Happy Thursday, fam. Hope everyone had a great Christmas. Keep spreading that love and kindness. Blessings to all. Blessings right back to you, GP. We love you. Mentioned you a couple times on the show. Appreciate the hell out of you, young lady. Kelly O, Stanford, and Pride Stanford around there somewhere too. Great morning, everyone. Great morning, you beautiful humming beans. We appreciate the Grateful Bread heads more than we can put into words. I tell you. Ooh, some great people. I don't even think that sums it up.
No, it doesn't. They're salt of the earth. It's angels on earth. They're great people.
Oh, just I mean, anytime you see them, it just your heart damn near explodes out of your chest. I mean,
I've not met anybody who could really match my energy other than Pride.
Dude, I'll never forget.
I'm just gonna say it.
I'll never forget the first time I met Pride face to face. Rolled up doggone Hotel EA down there in St. Louis, Missouri, and this man, I didn't even unlock the damn door on my RAV4 yet. You know, I hadn't even hit the unlock, and he was already at the door. Just fuck, come on, let me in. I'm like, damn, all right, this is Pride Stanford. Here we fucking go. He ain't lying. He's got the energy. Shout out, shit. Shout out Kelly O, Pride Stanford. We love you too. Appreciate the hell out of the both of you. Who else we got? Mr. E back in the building. Haven't seen Mr. E's face in a minute. Great morning, everyone. Happy Friday Eve. Time to rise and grind. Yes, sir. Hope you and the wife enjoyed that trip. I know you guys were out there cruising. You guys are always cruising. Talk about living an adventurous life earlier. This guy right here is king adventurer. He's all over the doggone map. He don't care. He just picks up and just says, I'm going to go 7,000 miles away on a Tuesday and then maybe show back up on the next Friday. He don't give a damn. He just lives that life. Shout out, Mr. E. Appreciate you, baby.
Jackie's got there too, man.
Damn straight. Who's to say? Who's to know?
Pretty fire, actually.
Mr. I mean, damn. I mean, come on.
For real, though.
Member's jacket with the doggone gack hat and the little gold earring. Is it a gold earring? No, there's not. It's just
blue, though. And he's got glasses on.
Oh, he's hot. He's hot. I like that. I like him a lot. Brian, Live Dog, Livingston, GM, Diamond Handers, Merry Belated Christmas to all. Merry Belated Christmas to you, doggy dog. Give me a couple of barks there, D's. Shout out, Live Dog. We appreciate you. Our most hardworking, hardwood, hauling, humming being in all the Diamond Hand fam. Shout out to the one and only Mr. Livingston. Who else we got out there, D's? Oh, shit. There he is. Chris Aswomada. Hey, you got to get you a Forge and Fuel shirt, Chris. Get you pumping out in the gym. I know your doggone arms are bigger than mine at this point, for crying out loud. Great morning, everyone. Have a spectacular Thursday. Hope all of you had a wonderful Christmas. Certainly did good, sir. Hope you and the fam did too. I know you got a whole mess of kids running around in that zoo. DFS Joshua in the building. What's up, Josh? Hope you're having a great start to your day, man. Appreciate you tuning in to Forge and Fuel. Thanks for stopping by. We love a little Wolf of Wall Street. I like that profile picture. That's badass.
Not fucking leaving.
I ain't fucking leaving. Shout out, Josh. We appreciate you, guy. Hope you're having a great start to the day, or at least now having a great start to the day that you tuned in to Forge and Fuel. Kelly O. Stanford, love this group. Well, we love you being a part of this group. It wouldn't be the same without Kelly O. Stanford and all of her baked delicacies and her sweet, loving personality and her giving, caring heart. It would not be the same, sweetheart. We love the hell out of you, Kelly O. And we don't mind you too much there, Pride Stanford. We appreciate you too. Who's to know? Who else we got? DWZYY. Kim Jones, the only drama was the golf course being a possible trap. Inside joke. All right, let me take you there for just a second. So we roll into this sumbitch, right? We're going to see lights on Saturday night. And first of all, Mama Capp was just chomping at the bit. We got to go. We got to get there. Traffic's going to be crazy. We got to leave at 4:30. Well, it wasn't even dark when we got there. Fucking plenty of time. No problem. It's all right. We get there. So we turn in this big old flashing lights. Here's your lights. Here we go. We turn into this shit. And I start following the path. And I mean, if the doggone peanut gallery didn't think I was leading them to the slaughter, All 4 of them chicken suckers, Mama Capp, GP, Anthony, and DZ. I don't know if we're going the right way. Where are we going? What's happening? Where's the trail? Are you leading us to a trap? Are we dying? What the hell's going on? Anthony says, look, the stars on the trees are the back way. You're not going the right way. I said, would everybody just fucking relax? We're going to get there. We just tootled on down this little path into oblivion, into nowhere, and then all of a sudden, opened upon the horizon, there was the little ticket booth. And I said, see, we're not going to die. We're fine. Everybody's okay. Scanned our ticket and went and saw our doggone lights. And it was some pretty good lights. I ain't seen lights like that.
Frogs.
Yeah, hey, Christmas Frog Swirl One. I didn't know what they were. I was like trying to figure it out. I was like, what are those things? Oh, that's a frog. Oh, shit. I'm like, phone around the corner. Swirl One, Christmas frogs. Fuck, Christmas frogs. Oh, it was the best.
I got the message. I was laughing. I was an instant. What the hell? Oh, that's funny.
Hell are those, bro? I almost missed it. Almost missed it, and we got it.
I had to play the video back again because I did miss. Like, what is he doing right here? Hold on.
What the hell is this video? Shout out, Mama Capp. You are doggone right. That was a little bit of drama, but we were ending up. And we saved you, Mama. Who's to say? Who's to know? Brian Live Dog Livingston. Here we go. Simply, your brain is a muscle. Know that you can train it yourself on a second-by-second basis. Ooh, you control the mind. The mind doesn't control you. Merry Christmas. Thanks for the reminder, Live Dog. Great perspective there, buddy. Second by second, moment by moment. Yes, sir. One moment at a time. Mrs. Meadow live in the chat for her daily perspective. Great morning, fam. Today's reminder is, if an egg is broken by outside forces, life ends. But if broken by inside forces, life begins. Great things always begin from the inside. Get the inside right, and the outside follows along. Much love, fam. Ooh, boy. Great perspective there, Mrs. Meadow. I like that one a lot. Man, what's that other perspective on the egg? Something, the same egg that'll boil water is, or the same water that boils an egg. I don't remember. Some analogy about you being in the situation. I don't fucking. I'll remember at some point in time, or if you guys remember it, drop it in the chat. Who's to know? Shout out for that egg perspective, though. Also, great morning. Welcome to the show, Slugbug. Morning, y'all. Great morning to you. Hope you're having a great start to your day. You and all the fam running around there, baby. Who else we got? These. Pride Stanford, this Pride guy sounds kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't know who he is. Crazy that we got another two prides.
I've never even heard the name, and now we got 2 of them.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to get there. Pride. I haven't been slaying as many trees lately. You know, I don't live where
it's a brick shit house. I'm not even gonna. That's not even a funny comment because he is strong, dude.
Pride scares me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad he's on my
first form picture. He's in the back like tree trunking, dude.
Oh, I'm glad he's on my side. I know if we ever get in a fight, like if anything ever really happens, he's ready to rock. So
he's got that strength about him.
I'm very, very, very happy he's on our side. Shout out Pride Stanford. We appreciate the hell out of you. Jared Albright says, watching this 10 more times, taking notes every time. Shout out, Jared. We appreciate you, man. Hope we got you some good perspective, everybody out there today. Hopefully, maybe if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed or had some of them negative thoughts, hopefully we tripped a trigger, helped you move a thought, change a muscle, move a muscle, change a thought in a positive direction this morning. Hopefully you got some good notes. Hopefully you got some good thoughts. Hopefully you're feeling ready to tackle this Thursday, ready to go crush whatever you may be having coming your way, whatever is on your proverbial plate. Maybe a frog or two, maybe just some frog legs. Maybe the whole damn thing is just still alive, ribbiting on your plate, and you're looking at it right now saying, damn, I got to take care of that, huh? Who's to say, who's to know? Wherever you may go, we hope you bring these vibes with you from this show. Well, my friends, that is your 3 segments of the day. No more knowledge, insights, or perspectives coming your way, but we do have a little bit more show on the way. And that would be the outro, some reminders coming your way. That way you can be all the way up to date before we officially close this bad boy out. And how do we begin that? Well, we begin that. Well, by checking back in with the man who sits to my opposite side, DJ Swirl One. Any final thoughts, reminders, comments, perspectives, anything in between for episode 636?
As you can see, it is going to be a beautiful day wherever you are out there in this world. It doesn't matter if it's shining like this or not. Bring your own light to whatever party you're going to. Pop them streamers, get excited, and let's make somebody's life a little better today. Keep staying hydrated. Look, I've already gone through half of this one. I already drank one before the show too, so there's that. Make sure you do that, and as well as share this show. Send this out to somebody. Send a DM and say, man, I got to tell you, these guys were on fire this morning. That was some, I mean, it was about emotion, and man, I couldn't help it. There was a lot of emotion going on in that, but it was great. I got a little perspective. This guy said something in this video. I can't even explain it to you. You gotta watch. You would think that would be something you would do. If you got something out of the show, we would appreciate it if you wouldn't mind doing that. Also, my friends, tomorrow we'll be right back with you as Friday happens. And Cap, just so you know, I'm not DJing tomorrow night. I'm going to be.
Oh, you're still there for a whole week?
Yeah, I'm here until Monday, Tuesday, or something.
Oh, okay.
I go somewhere else. But there is some easy to listen to on Mixcloud if you'd like to, so you can take a look at that. And we'll be back as soon as possible to bring that GACC party back to you. Woo! With that, that's all I got. I'm signing off. I'm looking to get some more coffee because I don't have. Yeah.
Bruh. Here you go, man. Here you go, man. You want it? I don't. Oh shit! Oh shit! I'll tell you what, best investment I've made in a long time.
Shut up! Until I get back to my house, I'm gonna have one.
All right, dude, it's all good. No worries, no drama. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. Shout out Swirl One. Appreciate all your perspectives, all your vibes, all morning long insights, everything galore. Appreciate the hell out of you. Thanks for those reminders. As I will also give a few to all you beautiful humming beans, but also not before I tell Swirl One to have a fantastic day, good sir, because you, sir, deserve it. As for all you beautiful humming beings, you deserve it as well. But not before we remind you that obviously no TGIF. Will there be spaces?
Yeah, there'll be a space. Yeah, we got to call the raffles in there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. TGIF GAG space. We'll talk about that tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
I was like, wait a minute, is that today? You had me just thinking all of a sudden, like,
that's all right. We'll talk about that shit tomorrow.
I didn't schedule anything. I'm like, that's yes.
And a DJ party. Well, you talked about DJ party.
Well, just because I wanted to brought it up earlier, and I was like, no.
All right, so just a few simple reminders for you then.
If you like, I don't even remember that show, but they used to have corrections, and at the very end they'd say, "Correction, here's what we got wrong," and they would say it. A lot of shows do that now, but back in the day.
Yeah, I would say, who's to know? If you get got and you speak falsehoods, who's to say, who's to know? We try not to do that on this show. However, if you're tired of the bullshit, tired of the falsehoods, tired of people not having your back, and you're looking for a group of humming beings that want nothing but your continued success, whether it's in an entrepreneurial lane, whether it's in real estate, whether it's a mental thing, whether it's a physical thing, whether it's some other financial thing, we got the people around to give you that advice. We do not have W-2 people giving W-2 advice. We have entrepreneurs giving entrepreneurial advice. And if you want the advice that's going to take you to the next level, just like you wouldn't ask a fat ass how to get a six-pack, join us in the Gateway. Come check us out. Start your 7-day free trial today. Become part of the fam. Understand what we have here. True, real, raw, 1% humming beans who are only concerned about your mental, physical, and financial growth on a consistent basis. Whether you're at the bottom of the mountain, whether you just got to your most recent peak, ready to get to the next peak, wherever you're at, soaring high in the sky with the eagles, wherever you may be, as long as you're not down there pecking around with the pigeons, you can come on, hang out with the Diamond Ham fam. So if you've been looking for that group, you've been looking for the people to really be on your side, not just some Looney Tunes on the internet, well, come join us in the Gateway. And where can you find the Gateway? Well, you can find it right down there in this episode's description, along with all of our other links, whether it's our website, shows on other platforms, our social media platforms, Instagram, X, Rumble, all the other stuff we may be located, where we may be located at, rather. And also, a little Mind and Shine apparel. Maybe you get your own Fortune Fuel shirt, get you a little who's to say, who's to know beanie. You can get you some Diamond Hand swag. You want to support a little GACC. The GAC Pro Shop is also located down there too, so you can get decked out all the way from GACC to DHMG, repping loud and proud all over town, baby. Finally, if you haven't subscribed, turned on the notification, hit a like, we humbly ask you do. That way you don't miss any shows, any live, any recordings, any other content dropping on this channel, whether you're on YouTube or Rumble or even X. Maybe you haven't hit a like. Maybe you haven't hit a repost, maybe a quote post, maybe leave a comment. We appreciate the hell out of you when you do that. If you see a clip, maybe throw it back out there on your timeline. Make your own clip. Just don't be a hoe and tag us here on the show. We'll put it out on our timeline too, don't you know? Maybe give us another follow, leave us a rating. Honestly, whatever buttons you see on your screen right now, just smash the absolute shit out of them. Why? Because it only helps me, that guy, DWEZYY, and all the members of the DHMG team make this show and all our shows and everything we do bigger and better for each and every one.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Last but certainly not least, my friends, a few things to remind you. Number one, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse.
What?
Number two, even a dead fish can go with the flow.
What?
And number three, being that this here show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, I ask you keep in mind at DHMG, we don't only HOLD, we hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Shout out to each and every one of you flexing those diamond hands on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. We appreciate you from the bottom of our heart. Thank you for being 1%ers, super soldiers, diamond handers. Thank you for being the change, being different, setting the precedent that we want to see not only on YouTube, Rumble, or X, but in this entire wide world. Thank you for being the OGs. Thank you for being the ones that help us show up each and every day, sharing these messages, being real, raw, and open. Another year almost in the books that we've been doing this, and I am grateful for each and every day, each and every moment. And it's because of you guys that we get to do it. So thanks for showing up here, investing your time. We'll keep giving it back to you, giving you a little ROI by showing up every day on the consistent, persistent pursuit of our passions and being right by your side while you pursue yours. But for now, my friends, we shall catch you on the flip side. Maybe at another show and another chat. Maybe in a space. Maybe a Discord. Maybe a VC. Maybe a group chat. Maybe the gateway, baby. Honestly, wherever you see us, you know what the vibes will be. Nothing but PLP flowing consistently. But until then, my friends, we bid thee adieu. And we say unto you, who's to say, who's to know? Peace and love.